Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Snakebeater back with a brand new video. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about how to get the most RP solo queue to Diamond. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and please subscribe your notifications on. That way you never miss an upload. Trying to push towards 1k subs for the end of the year, so any support really does help. So if you do like the content, please consider subscribing because it really does help. Apart from that, let's jump into this video. So basically, I'm going to give you 10 tips, okay? I'm going to give you 10 tips of the best ways to get RP when solo queuing to Diamond. Now, the jump up, when I mention, let's say, to Diamond. Now, some of these tips you can take into Diamond to Masters. But the thing is, once you start getting into Diamond, I highly suggest you start running with a team. You really shouldn't be playing solo queue because the jump up in skill level is massive. You are going to be against the Preds and the Masters when you hit Diamond. So it is a lot better for you to basically grind out solo until about, say, Diamond, and then you will have to step it up and try and find a team. Only the best players can get from Diamond to Masters solo queue. I personally can't do it. I haven't got the patience for it. I get aggravated by bad teammates because the buy-in is so much more and you notice it go down so much quicker. So yeah, take these tips to Diamond, and then if you do keep solo queuing up to Masters, these tips, some of them will still help, but these is definitely the most effective way to get to Diamond. So the first thing I need you to do is, for number one, be warmed up properly and pick good team legends. Now, the reason why I say you need to warm up properly, it blows my mind when I know that there's some people out there that do not warm up. They do not jump in the firing range or even play a norm before playing ranked. Now, it's just mad. You wouldn't go to a competition and say not warm up before that. You always warm up. Take ranked like a competition, okay? You have to be warmed up so you actually are going to perform okay. You know, you need to be hitting your shots. You need to remember your recall patterns. You need to be the best you can possibly be. And that's another reason why I say pick good team legends. Now, if you main someone, just play them if they come up and whatnot. But say your main gets taken, okay? Don't just go and grab yourself like a solo legend. Now, like, I don't know. The only main one I can think of solo-wise is a kind of like Mirage. Who's not much of a team player, Fuse, not much of a team player, sort of thing like that. You need to pick a legend that's good for like rotations, height, positioning and whatnot. I've been playing Horizon a lot, but if I couldn't play her, then I would happily take like Wraith, maybe a defensive legend, Watson, things like that. Then the second thing we need you guys to be doing, okay, is I need you to land quiet or make Jump Master suggestions. Now, the thing is, you want to land quiet because, one, you want to get good loot. You don't want to just be jumping in with like the most crappiest loot in the world. So you need to just go somewhere a little bit quiet so you can gather loot, gather resources, gather those heals and whatnot. But also just because you don't know how good your team are yet. Okay, you have no idea who you're playing with. You could be playing with the worst people in the world and you have no idea. Now, if you land somewhere hot, even if you're playing with the best people in the world, you could be landing somewhere hot. They could get terrible loot, which is why they die. Not because they're bad, because they got a freaking Mozambique at the beginning of the game and no shields. You know, it happens. Which is why I always suggest landing quiet. And they say if you're not Jump Master, make suggestions, because at least if you're making a suggestion, you might get them to go there. If you make no suggestions, they'll just go off their own back and go maybe late and whatnot. You need to make suggestions, because half the time when you're with someone and they're a duo, they might not listen to you. But if you've made a suggestion, they might take it into consideration, and I think it's really important. The third thing I need you guys to be doing is take close range to mid-long range weapons. Okay, so you basically need to have all types of range. Okay, so for your close range, you know, you could have your shotties, you could have your R9, you could have anything. You know, it all depends on what you prefer, what you feel most comfortable with. But the reason why I have now always suggested mid-range to long range, and this is mainly for like, you know, Olympus and World's Edge. You could have it on Kings Canyon, but Kings Canyon does get very heated very quickly because it's so easy to rotate. But mainly the reasons why I need you to make sure you carry a mid to long range one is because of the fact that if you are running a sniper, for example, a triple take, you can pick off easy third-party kills without putting yourself in danger. That is easy RP. And if you do not get easy RP from, say, knocking someone, you have done damage. And damage means shield goes up, you know. We're slowly leveling up our shields. So it's kind of a no-lose situation, because at the end of the day, you might, one, pick someone off, get some easy RP, don't put yourself in danger at all, and two, you're going to get some damage on the board, meaning your armor is going to start leveling up better. You know, that's the way I see it. And that's the way I've definitely been doing it, especially on Olympus. I've been loving running a triple take, just popping people off when they don't even expect it, because they'll be hiding behind a wall, popping a bat or something from their fight, and they have no idea there's a man looking at them with a freaking triple take, man, and all I got to do is put one shot into them, and they're down out on the floor, and I have not even lost any health. It's perfect. Of course, you can run any weapon you want mid to long range, okay? I'm just suggesting a sniper. You could run a triple take. You could run a Spitfire with a 3 times. You know, you could run the Anvil on the flat line. Anything like that, man. So the next tip, number 4, is stick with teammates. Do not go for rat games early on. Now, the one thing I hate is when people just say, oh, I hate solo queuing. I'm always having a rat. And I'm like, right, well, I would rather fight with my team, try my best to keep them alive, than just giving up on them and going for a rat game, okay? You do not need to go for a rat game, because rat games, you honestly get hardly any RP, man. It's actually dead how people think they're going to get RP just by ratting up. You know, you will not get to diamond just by ratting games, man. You have to fight, whether they're good or not, okay? You just have to step up, communicate, and you might actually get some kills, okay? Stick with your teammates, rotate together, try and make pings to say whether you're defending areas, whether you're looking somewhere. Use the ping system, because it's absolutely the best thing out there. And you'll really be surprised how much RP you can pick up by sticking with your teammates. Do not be that guy that runs off and just, you know, tries to solo queue it. Do not be that guy that just ditches their teammates without even trying to help them. Please stick with your teammates, because you're going to get way more RP that way. The 5th one I need you to do is try get RP early or wait until third party. Okay, now the reason why we try and get RP early is because realistically, okay, the reason why we get RP early is if we get RP early, then we don't have to worry about it so much later on. We can start thinking about placements. Okay, we don't have to be thinking to myself, right, I've got no kills still and we're in the last 5 squads. I'm going to have to try and kill someone here to actually get any points, you know? You don't even take that into consideration. If you've just taken down a team and you've got points on all 3 of them, yeah? You've got a couple of assists and you've got a kill. That's 3 points on the board. Now, if you just think, right, I'm going to go for rotation and placement now, I guarantee you'll pick up those last 3 points later on in the match. You guarantee it. If you need the RP and your team is not like as good and they're not as aggressive as you want them to be, this is perfectly fine. Play for the placement, play for the rotation, because it will work out in the long run later on in the game, because you're just going to keep getting those placement points and you don't have to fight everything, man. This is one thing that people don't seem to realize in ranked. You don't have to take every fight. Pick your fights, okay? Get your early RP. Chill out for the rest, unless it's a third party situation. But if you third party someone, I highly suggest you get your butt out of there real quick before you get third partied. The 6th thing, do not get greedy if you want RP. Placement is key, but go with the flow of your team. So this is basically me once again making the suggestion of the placements being so important, okay? Now, especially in that situation of where, you know, your team might be quite aggressive and they might want to push some more stuff. Now, that sucks because, you know, if they're not actually that great but they want to make pushes, you do have to follow, okay? This is where it goes back to saying don't rat, you know, you need to stick with your teammates. But if you are the one initiating these pushes, then you need to think to yourself, do I really need this? Do I really need this RP right now? Like, I'm 1 kill off of max thing and I know I can get the placement later on. Think about it like that. Just don't get greedy, because at the end of the day, you could be then later on to be the one that's whinging, saying, oh man, I'm 1 RP off a diamond. What the hell? And it's like, well, actually, that other game, if you just gone for another placement rather than pushing that team when you knew you'd get third party, you would have got that point, you know? It's just thinking simple, man. Do not be greedy, okay, if you want that RP. The 7th thing I need you to think about is if you third party, do not finish kills of the other team. Okay, so what I'm explaining is, if you're in a third party situation, you you've jumped in on a team, okay, and then you notice there's, say, 2 crawling around. do not finish them, okay? Because if you have wiped the other team out and there is just one player left on that other team and you've got 2 people crawling around, if that other team who has knocked that player is dead, then you will take the kill point by finishing their kill, okay? So it's really critical in those situations where you third party, do not finish anyone on the ground, okay? Unless, I mean, if there's a lifeline, yeah, you might have to, okay? But at the end of the day, or if there is a lifeline, actually, just let the res go off and then shoot them and let them go down as your kill. But this is what winds me up, is when people push a third party situation and they start finishing their kills. And it's like, mate, if you wipe the other squad, then you can take their kills. It just blows my mind that people just finish kills just because they're there. They're crawling around, okay? Think to yourself, right, I can get some easy RP here if I wipe that other squad out. Boom, another kill, okay? It's easy enough. The 8th thing I need you to do, find rats. Now, this is very obvious, okay? When you get to the last 4 squads and you clock that there is a lot of shooting going on with 2 teams, but you know for a fact there is someone else alive, okay? I guarantee it's a rat. The reason why I guarantee it's a rat is because of the fact that, well, one, if you checked beforehand, you probably wouldn't have seen how many people were left anyway. But if you did miss that, because sometimes I miss it, if there's no shooting going on, go check a corner, okay? Because I 100% guarantee you will find that rat and you will get easy RP, okay? I'm always finding the rats because in situations where I know for a fact I can double check a corner over there and it won't put me in danger, I will go over there and I will check to see if there's a rat there and I will finish that rat off. Boom, easy RP. And I will always ping to say I'm doing it. Don't just wander off and go do it, because if you go down, your teammates need to support you. Just say, like, I'm looking over here or looting over here, and then someone might be like, oh, what's he mean he's looting over there? And then all of a sudden you're shooting a rat. Okay? If you can find those rats, it's such easy RP because 1, kill, 2, placement. Perfect. The 9th thing I need you to do is when it is the last 3 squads, try not to engage first, okay? Now, this one drives me insane, okay? I mean, I'll put a clip of me with this team that just, for some reason, I was like, stop pushing, please, please, please. And I had to push in with them because they had decided to take it upon themselves when there was 3 squads left, 3 full squads left, to push a team that we didn't need to push because they wanted more kills when they were already max RP. That's what drove me insane when I was playing this game. They just wanted to push it for the sake of it, which cost us the game, okay? Because when you've got the last 3 squads, if you're the first team to engage, whether you wipe one squad and you get second, that other team is 100% going to come in, or they're just going to watch you try and come in. You have to think about position. You have to think about not being the team to make that engage. Wait for the right time, and I promise you, you'll get that RP. Okay? Do not initiate the engage unless you know for a fact you can win it because it's 1 rat or something like that. And then you can then fight the other squad, because the team when I had it, they literally threw our whole game because they wanted to push a full team when they knew there was another full team, and it drove me insane. But I had to stick with them because what would have happened is I didn't stick with them, they would have gone in, died, and then I would have been a solo rat for a 2-team situation. You understand why I had to stick with them. And then the last thing I'm going to get you guys to do is, if you have decent teammates, try and party up. Now, when I did this video, I was solo queuing the whole time. I did, get with actually a few good teammates, but I didn't team up with anyone just because I was like, nah, I've got to make it solo queue and all that. But if you do get some good teammates, try and party up with them, because you never know who you might play with. You might hit it off really well with them, and it will help you out in the long run. But yeah, that's mainly the last one. That is all 10. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below. Please do comment, guys, because comments really help the algorithm, and it really does let me see who's there. And please subscribe, your notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. I'm going to go because my dog's starting to bark. I'll see you all in the next video.